Hello and welcome back to Nottingham Park. This is update number 2 in the model railway series of videos, and I thought I'd got enough footage to show you to make an update number 2. I know update number 1 came out fairly recently, but I've got enough footage and I've been carrying on with enough things to show you to pop in another video. Instead of making the videos too long, I'd rather just make shorter videos and show you as updates. So the locomotive we've got in front of us, we'll be talking about that later on. Yes, I know it's a Great Western Railway locomotive, and this is set, the model railway is meant to be set in the East Midlands in the modern image era, but we'll talk about that when we get round to reviewing this. Quite a bit of other stuff, updates into the frame building and also other things, so please enjoy. Okay, so this is how far we've got so far with the actual baseboard frame. Like I said, there's no baseboards actually built yet, but the framework is going in, and I've conveniently made a couple of additions while I've been planning it. And one is to have a couple of Husky mini fridges in the bottom shelving area, and this will do two things. One, obviously keep drinks nice and cold through the summer months when we have the barbecues and things like that, but also a welcome refreshing drink when we're carrying work out on the layout. I think it looks pretty good so far. Like I say, I'm no joiner, but I'm sure some joiners out there will be actually cringing now with the state of the woodwork and things, but I'm trying my best. Basically what I've also planned into the baseboard frame is a shelf, and it's about 980mm wide, and basically it pulls out from the back, the front, sorry, and on there I'm going to contain one of two control panels to house the switching gear and also the accessory lighting of buildings, vehicles and things like that. So everything will go on that control panel. The control panel is still yet to be built, but that's the shelf that it'll go on. And what I've got plans to do is, once we've done with the layout and we want to just pack it away, that will slide back in, and then once it's slide back in, we will have some decorative framing down the actual posts and along the frames, and then this will be contained within a front sort of like drawer section on the front of this that will pull down and hinge to this bottom plinth of wood here. So it'll hinge down, this will pull out, it needs a handle on it at the moment, that will pull out, and then when we've done that will go away, and then the lid can be closed and it just looks like a normal drawer front and everything's hidden out of view. Yeah, it's coming along. I'm quite happy with what I've done so far. I'm just putting some treated timber along the bottom. I've still got some more to finish there, and that will be just left as storage for the workbench and ladders and things. So the actual frame of the main permanent baseboards will be quite a decent storage area, and quite a lot of utilities we're able to use in there. I've got the next lot of wood to build the next frame, so I'll be building this, The same again, just moving it a little bit further out here. And then at the front of this, I'll plan to put just some simple plyboard shelving in. And along the years, I've collected some of these, so sort of like storage trays. And they're all the same width and depth, but the heights are slightly different. So I've got 1 or 2 of these, and I'm going to incorporate them into the front of this unit here, and hopefully it'll, like I say, create usable storage. All the way along the back of here will be long storage for hopefully the remainder of the baseboards that will go along here for the fiddle yard and things. So these aren't going to be permanent boards that are set up. These are going to be movable. So when I do want to move them, I want to store them somewhere safe and out of the way. So that's the idea of it, to go along the back of there. There will just be simple baseboards with a track bus wire underneath them, with connectors at either end, and then just literally the tracks, no ballast in, no nothing. It's just literally a way of getting the trains round, the 8-foot loop, and back along here, with going back into the scenic one, so we can have constant running of trains. But yeah, so far so good. Hope some people get some ideas. Please feel free to comment what you do like, what you don't like. But considering that I'm not a joiner, I've not done too bad at that, I don't think. I'm quite pleased with it, how it's worked out, and it will look, I think, absolutely spot on once the fascias boards are on, and I'm going to paint it the same colour as the grey floor, and then I'm just going to paint the front edge of the baseboards when we do build them a nice black colour, and I think it'll just set it off really, really nicely. So, like I say, long-term project, and just doing it when I've got a bit of time, but yeah, enjoying it. So on to the next. So this is the latest addition to the Nottingham Park layout. Now, before we get any complaints, yes, it is a Hornby Western Express digital train set, but on the preserved line, I think we can use, or we can get away with visiting locos and things like that. So in all fairness, a bit of artistic license won't go amiss. It won't affect the actual modern image side of the layout, but on the preserved steam railway side, we can get away with more or less anything that we want to, so that gives us a lot more variety in the running. This is a Western Express digital train layout, like I say, and it's come with a Loco 4935 Ketley Hall, which is the Hall class GWR locomotive, and the Loco itself is part of the railroad range, and we'll have a closer look at that in a moment. The kit comes with the track mat and the outside radius starter oval train pack with a small siding. It comes with 3 railroad Pullman coaches, 2 first and a third class brake. It comes with the associated track, and then it comes with the kit to turn it into a DCC layout. The Rail Master control software from Hornby, the cabling, the power supply, and the E-Link digital adapter to send the signals to the track. And that's the E-Link. And this is a controlling your train set from your Windows PC. So that's the latest edition. It was bought for me by Chris for a Christmas present, and at the moment I'm well happy with that. A good exciting feature that I wanted to really try out is the sound on DCC locos, and this set, the Western Express, comes with the digital TTS sound, twin track sound. So I'm looking forward to getting the loco out and getting it on there. So we'll have a look at the inside the box. Okay, so we're inside the box now, and we'll take a closer look at the locomotive. First impressions when I opened the box was I'd read reviews on railroad range Hornby products saying that they're not that detailed, and they're basically the cheaper version, the budget end of the market. But I can safely say that this model is absolutely outstanding for a railroad range model. The level of detail is absolutely superb compared to what I was expecting. And this loco also carries the twin track TTS sound, so I'm quite looking forward to getting that on the track and getting it fired up. We then go to two first-class Pullman coaches, again from the railroad range. These actually, the little table lamps don't light up on these, they're just static ones. But again, the level of detail isn't that bad. You can get away with it without a doubt. And then we go on to the third-class brake coach. Again, no lighting, interior lighting. But like I say, a general good level of detail in that. So I'm really impressed at that. We've gone for, I believe it's the third radius track, corners, pieces, the straight pieces, and also there's a point underneath there to make the small siding. This is the connector track for the wires to go into, and this unit here is the Hornby E-Link control unit, and then the associated cables, and there's a buffer stop. So this is the paperwork that you get with the Western Express train set. The first one is an owner's manual, and basically that just says maintenance operating instructions. Gives you really basic outline of the model railway that contains within the box. Also how to construct a really simple baseboard. Good information in there, but nothing too in-depth as regards controlling the trains and things like that. Next along we've got the Hornby Railmaster control system. This is the CD ROM to go into the PC of your choice, like laptop or home-based PC, and that actually loads the Railmaster control system onto the computer for you. That's always straightforward, no problem in that. And then we've got the Railmaster E-Link start guide, and this shows you how to install the drivers on your PC for this unit to process signals that you want. And then this one here is about the Hall class DCC ready in operating and maintenance instructions, and in here is detailed instructions as regards close coupling, the connector to the tender, and where the 8-pin DCC decoder socket is, how to remove the body shells for maintenance, and just general levels of information there. On the back, it's saying that the brake rods, if installed, should be fitted like so on the back of on the underside of the loco. In the kit, there's no brake rods in there, so I don't know whether they've missed them off or whether they just don't supply them in the Western Express train sets. I'm not too bothered about it, and I think if I'm going to detail the locomotive later on, I can always contact Hornby and get them to send me a spares department and get them to send me the brake rods out. So that's one downside that it shows you, but it doesn't actually include them in the kit. It doesn't list them in the owner's manual either. It only lists it on the back here, but it doesn't actually say that they are supplied with the train set. It says if applicable. The last but not least is the Hornby TTS digital sound decoder manual for the Hornby Hall class, and this is a pull-out pages, and it tells you about the sound functions. It also tells you the CV settings for different things, and you can basically adjust this to your exact specifications. One thing I have noticed on here, it gives you the decoder pin settings, and it also gives you some instructions as regards lighting for the loco. Now this I'm really interested in, because what I think is that this model here that we've got, the Hall class, even though it is a railroad range, I think you'd be able to do one or two tricks of the trade to get this more detailed, and one of them is to add lights to it. And I've been looking at already some lighting through DCC Concepts, the company, and they do LED lighting already in the shape of old railway style oil lamps. So that's a distinct possibility. I might look into that further, but the good thing is it tells you what pins to connect them to, and things like that. So I'm going to have a look into that in a bit more detail when I get 2 minutes. So they're the instructions. Like I say, some instruction manuals are really detailed, some are quite straightforward, but plenty of information there within the actual box itself. So this is a look at the locomotive out of the Western Express train set that I received for Christmas, and I've got to admit, first impressions when I got it out of the box was I was really pleasantly surprised at the level of detail that's on this model, to say it's a railroad range. I was always led to believe that railroad range models were the basic of basic, with no fine detail or anything like that on it, but this one seems to be, like I say, I'm pleasantly surprised. It's got a high level of detail, enough to pass it off with against the likes of what Hornby are producing now out of the railroad range. So we'll have a quick look at it. It's 460 Great Western Railway Hall class, and this one is Ketley Hall. Running number is 4935. One or two people have said on forums that the green of the Great Western Railway on this model is the wrong shade of green. I'm not particularly that bothered about that, to be honest with you. This is a DCC TTS sound locomotive. Again, surprised to get something like that in a train set. And it comes with the Hornby Railmaster E-Link control system. Like I say, good level of detail. The coal on the top doesn't look that realistic. It's got metal buffers, but they're not spring loaded. All the running gear is nice. The only thing that I didn't get in the kit, and I don't think they supply it, is in the instructions it shows you that the brake rods are fitted separately. One, there wasn't in the train set at all, and if I want to produce a nicer looking model with this model, i.e. detail it at some point, then I can always contact Hornby for the spare brake rods and fit them. So that may be an option. I would like to go through this now with you and show you some of the sounds on the locomotive, and again, say it's a railroad range budget model according to Hornby. The sound system sounds pretty good to me. I don't know that it'll pick it up on the camera, but we'll give it a go. So doing it off the Railmaster software. Number one is F1 is sound on and off. F2 is whistle low. F2 is whistle 2 burst. F4 is whistle high. F5 is whistle short. F6 is wheel slip. F7 is coal shovel. F8 is blowdown. F9 is safety valve. F10 is injector. F11 is cylinder cock. F12 is brake squeal. F13 is blower. F14 is guard's whistle. F15 is coupler clank. And the last one, F16, and it made me smile the first time I heard it, is breakfast. So they are the sound choices that you can pick while the engine is running. Some are speed dependent, like the F12 brake, that won't operate below a certain speed, and things like that. So again, I'm really impressed with the level of model on this one. So I think we should see it running, and we'll give it a run up and down the Nottingham Park test layout, which today is connected to the DCC system, obviously. The last video was just DC. And this is the beauty of this test track, that obviously if we buy locomotives that are DC rated, I can test them on here, and when we chip them and DCC them, I can program on this track as well. So we'll now see it shunt backwards. Demonstration of the Great Western Railway Ketley Hall 4935, and this is the very first sort of like introduction for me into DCC model railways with the Hornby Railmaster DCC control system. I'll be showing you the control system in a later video update of how it works and operates. I'm still getting my head around it at the moment, and so we're looking at that. Now, the reason why we've got Ketley Hall is obviously it was bought as a gift, And it doesn't mean to say that we can't use it on the East Midlands Modern Image Model Railway, because again we've got plans to put preserved railway line onto the layout to keep the interest in steam locomotives. And generally you get visiting locomotives from different preserved railways, and I may update this to show mainline running with overhead warning flashes on the boiler, and I might do detailing with lighting. It could do with a fire crew, and also firebox lighting. It's already got the sound in, so we're halfway there with detailing it. So they're all options for further work on this locomotive. But I think it might make a real nice addition to the layout. Bit of a change to get it out every now and again, and obviously we run it on the main line with rolling stock on a preserved charger special. So that's the reason for it. So yeah. First reviews on this is really good. I'd give the entire train set probably about an 8 out of 10. I think Hornby have done well with this, dropping this spec model into a train set with the DCC. Yeah, I think it's well worth the money. So that's it, and that's it for now. And see you in the next update. Bye.